One. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the United Outpost today. We are excited about this show today. We're going to be talking about all transfer news as concerning Manchester United for today. There is so much out there that we are going to be discussing, and I'm sure that you're going to be excited. So tell a friend about the live video that's going up right now. Get them to come watch if they love their favorite club, Manchester United. The big story out there is Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, the Borussia Dortmund winger. Is he going to be joining Manchester United? Just in the past few hours, Sky Sports in England are reporting that Manchester United have started discussions and talks with Borussia Dortmund over the player. Now, we know that in the last few days, we've seen stories that a bid has been put in and a bid was rejected by Borussia Dortmund. I do not find that to be true. And I know that because that's not how Manchester United works. When it comes to transfers, they take their time, and transfers they kind of slug their feet behind, but they're not the ones to put out a bid they know will be rejected by the other club. Before they get their transfer bid out there, they kind of know if the club is going to accept the bid or not. But right now, Sky is reporting that Manchester United have begun discussions with Borussia Dortmund over Jadon Sancho. Talks are centered on the transfer fee and the structure of payments. There has not been any bid yet, but so far, United are the only team to make official contact with Dortmund. We know this story has been out there for weeks, and I want to even say months down. Before the lockdown, their story was out there. We knew Manchester United were interested in Borussia Dortmund because they know they need a winger, especially on the right side. An adequate winger. I mean, think about it. Since I want to say Cristiano Ronaldo left the club in 2009 for Real Madrid for a fee of 85 million pounds, we've not had the right person to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. I know we all thought, okay, is Luis Nani gonna be the replacement when Cristiano Ronaldo moved to Real Madrid? Was Nani, the Portuguese player, the fellow Portuguese player like Ronaldo, was he gonna be the player to replace? He did good. He had a good stint at United, but we knew he was not the one to fully replace Ronaldo at the club. We saw Antonio Valencia come in to try to take the number 7 spot to fill that role. We thought, maybe we could see an adequate replacement here, a long-term replacement, and we didn't see that happen. He took the number 7 jersey, the number 7 for a long time, and never quite lived up to the role. He was a good servant of the club, no doubt about that. Antonio Valencia, the Ecuadorian player, was a good servant of the club, but he was not the number 7 on the right wing to take Manchester United back to their glory days. We've seen other players coming to try to take this role. Alexis Sanchez, we bought him. We didn't buy him. We got him for free basically from Arsenal in the January transfer window when he came in, but he came in with high hopes because he was a flying winger. We knew he could operate in the front 3 positions, and he came in and we thought this is the guy that is going to come into the club and replace Cristiano Ronaldo and be the guy to solve Manchester United's problem, but that didn't happen. For us, he was a total flop. Now, we've seen Mason Greenwood, the 18-year-old wonder kid, come in and do great stuff. I mean, he's been phenomenal this season, but we know he's not the long-term solution for the right wing for Manchester United, because we know that Mason Greenwood is primarily a striker. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says he's the best finisher in the club, and so because of that, we know he's not going to be the long-term holder of that right wing spot. We need someone who is an adequate winger, someone who can hog the touchline, someone who can beat players one-on-one, 2 players at a time, with a turn. And I'm telling you, Jadon Sancho is the answer to this problem. And I tell you what, Manchester United know this. They know this. They know that Jadon Sancho is the only guy around the world who is going to step into that team, take the number 7, and seal that right wing spot. He is the only one to do it. We've got a lot of players who can play on the left wing very well. We've got Anthony Martial. Now he plays in number 9 position. He can play very well on the left. We've got Marcus Rashford, who is currently playing on the left. He can play very well on the left. We've got Daniel James. He does way better on the left than on the right. When he's played on the left wing, he's been able able to come in, try to cut in and put the ball on the top corner, or to the right or to the left. He's very good at that. Now he's not as good as Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial, but we know that we've got players who can come in off the left wing and play for Manchester United. What we have lacked for so long is a player who is going to hog the right wing touchline, beat their man one-on-one. I mean, if Manchester United is successful in landing Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford can stand on the pitch and know, hey, I gotta only beat one-on-one because they're gonna have defenders all trying to defend Jadon Sancho. He is an electric winger. He's got everything you need. He's got the pace, he's got the flair, he's got the skill. I mean, the dribbling ability. He's got finishing ability. I mean, what he scored? Is it 19 goals in the Bundesliga last season? I mean, phenomenal number of goals, phenomenal number of assists. What a return on a player. And Borussia Dortmund would not want to let this player go easily. I mean, there have been reports of them saying, we don't need to sell him. Now, he's got only 2 years left on his deal, so they know that they want to sell him, whether it's this season or not. Now, they're not going to say to United, oh, you just come in and take the player, because they don't want to do that. Coronavirus has changed a lot of things. They wanted him to go for at least 110 million pounds before the coronavirus, but that is not happening. We know that's not happening anymore. We know he's going to go for a lower price. I know Manchester United would not want to break their transfer record that they have with Paul Pogba for 89 million pounds. So I'm thinking that Manchester United is thinking right now, can we try and get him for, even if it's 85 million pounds, and maybe you can kind of add some add-ons on there. And that's what Sky is reporting that Manchester United want to do. That's what they're doing in their discussions with Borussia Dortmund. So the fact that we're seeing news stories about this transfer day in, day out, every day. In fact, as I am doing this video right now, there might be a story breaking in. The fact that we're seeing these stories break means that there is something concrete here. It means that talks have begun between both clubs. Now, I will say there has not been a bid put in, but talks have started. Manchester United is not a club to just go in and put a bid. They want to start a conversation with the club they're going to be buying from. We saw this with Bruno Fernandes and Sporting Lisbon, and how they went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth before they finally put in a bid that Sporting Lisbon could accept. And I kind of see this going. I know Borussia Dortmund would want this deal to be done by August 10th when their players return to training. I think it might be done before then. I can't give you 100% certainty. I will say it's about a 60% chance that this deal is done before August the 10th. But believe me, what's my chances of this deal being done based on all the reporting out there? I think this deal has a 91% chance of being done. I'm just having a 9% doubt there, because you never know. But this deal certainly has possibility written all over it. I'm going to having a phone call come in. Decline it right now. Okay, so going back to the show. Now, that is what we have with Jadon Sancho. Talks have begun, talks have started, and Manchester United are prioritizing this deal. They want to get it done. The fans will not accept if they come back and say, there have been reports of Kingsley Coman as a backup to Jadon Sancho if Jadon Sancho is not bought. I don't think that's going to happen. Do you want to have backups in the transfer dealings when you're trying to go for your main guy? Yes, you want to have that. So maybe that's why that story of Kingsley Coman is coming out. And sometimes it might be Manchester United trying to throw things out there to see what will stick, to kind of make Dortmund kind of lower their valuation. We know that there's a difference in the valuation that Manchester United sees and what Dortmund see. Manchester United are probably valuing him at about 80 to 85 million pounds. Borussia Dortmund, on the other hand, are probably valuing him at about 110 million pounds. There is a gap there that needs to be resolved, but I think this deal will be done in the next 2 to 3 weeks. The second story we have about Manchester United is Jack Grealish. We know that Manchester United want this player. We know that they want Jack Grealish. Now, what has changed the dynamics here is that Aston Villa, on the last day of the season, barely made it. They barely made it. They're still in the Premier League. And so Aston Villa right now would be saying, you know what? We're still in the Premier League, and so we don't have to sell you this player. I mean, he's got probably, 3 to 4 years more on his contract. So they're in no rush to sell him. They want to hold on to their talent. They're valuing him at about £80 million. Are you kidding me? Manchester United is not going to pay £80 million for Jack Grealish. It's not like he is a spot in the team that they have to basically shell out the money for. No, he's not that. He's great. He's a great player. It would be terrific for him to join Manchester United, but I don't think that's going to be happening. But that's the second thing. Is there a possibility this could happen? I would give this about a 40% chance that this would happen. A 40% chance that Jack Grealish will come over to Manchester United. Manchester United know that there are other players out there that can basically come in and do a midfield job. There's been stories of Donny van de Beek from Ajax to come in, and they know they have those options. I don't think that may happen because we're only getting in one midfielder. I think that Manchester United need to settle on 3 to 4 transfers this season. Okay, realistically 3 transfers. This would be my ideal transfer scenario. This is my ideal transfer scenario for Manchester United this transfer window. If you can bring in Jadon Sancho, and you can bring in Jack Grealish from Aston Villa, and you can bring in Kalidou Koulibaly from Napoli, I am telling you, that's an A+ transfer window. If Manchester United can bring in Jadon Sancho for Borussia Dortmund, if you can bring in Jack Grealish from Aston Villa, and you can bring in Kalidou Koulibaly from Napoli, that's an A+ transfer window. Are they going to do it? I don't know. If they do it, I will be so excited because that will be a terrific team. Think about it. You have a team where your back line is Luke Shaw. Now, we don't know who the goalkeeper is going to be, whether it's David De Gea or Dean Henderson coming back from Sheffield United. We don't know. But think about this. This is your team for next season, your possible team. You've got Luke Shaw as left back. We know how we missed Luke Shaw in the last few games of this season. Now you can see how important he is, right? You can basically see how important he is. You've got Luke Shaw as your left back. You've got Harry Maguire, which you paid over £80 million last transfer window. Amazing centre back, played every single minute of the Premier League season. You've got Luke Shaw as your left back, Harry Maguire as your first centre back, Kalidou Koulibaly as your other centre back. Pacey, powerful, strong, very good on the tackle. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, a recharged Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I mean, the Spider-Man. Nobody's going past that dude, man. When he is on his game. In your midfield, you've got Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, and think about this, Jack Grealish to come in to supplement that midfield. You've got Bruno Fernandes at the tip of that midfield. You've got Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial as the striker, and then you've got Jadon Sancho or maybe, Mason Greenwood coming to that mix. What a phenomenal team. And then you're looking at your bench and you've got Scott McTominay, you've got Fred, to come on there. You've got, Juan Mata, I think he's still going to be there on the bench. That is a fantastic team. Are the board going to open up their wallet and do the deals that they need to do to take Manchester United to where we belong, which is at the top of the Premier League table, at the top of European competition, winning Champions Leagues? Hey, it's gonna be awesome and great if we win the Europa League. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm going to cheer. But what we're supposed to be aiming for is the top honors, like 1999. You look at the Manchester United jersey, you see it all written. 99 treble winners, Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup in one season. That is what we are supposed to be doing. That's where we belong, at the top of European glory. That's where Manchester United, the biggest club in the world, belongs. And if they can do this deal, if they can bring Jadon Sancho in, if you can bring Jack Grealish in, and you can bring Kalidou Koulibaly in, what a fantastic transfer window that will be. But right now, United are not prioritizing Grealish anymore because Aston Villa are trying to price them out of the transfer. But we got to see. We've got a lot of weeks in this transfer window. Let's see. Now, on the going out, now there's no noise about Kalidou Koulibaly. I wish there was more noise. I wish we could do this. I wish I was seeing stories. There is not. That's just my dream. That's just my dream that could happen because, whoa, what a fantastic backline that would be. On the outs, there is a report that Alexis Sanchez is edging closer to Inter Milan on a permanent deal. Inter Milan are trying to get him for a reduced price. Manchester United would not want to let him go for less than 18 million pounds. But there are lots of reports out there that Inter are trying to do things like, maybe throw Ivan Perisic is into the deal. If we get Jadon Sancho, I really don't know why we will still go for we will still take Ivan Perisic, but you never know how sometimes these things work. So if we could get Alexis Sanchez, who's on £450,000 a week off our books, that would be amazing. That's lots of space for other great players to come in, great space for money. That would improve the wallet, the purse for our transfers. If we could get that done, great. If we could get Chris Smalling sold, Alexis Sanchez sold, maybe Lingard and Pereira sold, or you're talking about some money you could use to get those three signings I have just talked about. So the Times are reporting that there could be about 8 or 9 departures from Manchester United this summer. I don't think that'll be happening. I do not think that will be happening. I mean, you're thinking about, let's say Andres Pereira goes and Lingard goes and I don't know, Smalling goes and Alexis Sanchez goes. That's only 4 players leaving the club. So I don't think you're gonna have 9 players leaving the club like the Times are reporting. The Times are also reporting that if Manchester United cannot sign Paul Torres or Nathan Ake or other centre backs on the cheap, Chris Smalling is likely to return. I don't think they're going to be signing Nathan Ake. I think Nathan Ake is long gone. I think that Manchester City are in for him and they'll be having him. So that's my verdict on that. The sport witness is reporting that Chelsea have not made any contact for Dean Henderson. Whether they do or they don't, I don't think Manchester United will be letting him go. They know they have a potential future star goalkeeper on their hands and they're not just going to be letting him go. I think that he will renew a contract. I think a contract with Paul Pogba is going to be also renewed. So the last report we're going to be discussing today is that Manchester United are still standing firm on their 20 million euro valuation for Chris Smalling. AS Roma have tried to leverage Smalling's desire to remain in Rome to decrease the figure to 18 million euros. Juventus, Napoli, and Inter Milan are also waiting and could swoop in. I don't think Chris Smalling will be coming back to the club. I think if we can let him go and raise money for Koulibaly, I think that would be great. So that's your transfer news for Manchester United. There is really not much out there apart from all the things I've gone through. We've got also the story of Rio Ferdinand saying he wants about 5 players. He would like 5 players to join Manchester United. Players like Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid, Koulibaly, like I have talked about, from Napoli, or if you could get Wilfred Ndidi from Leicester City, or Saul Niguez. I don't think those are going to be happening. I would love Ndidi. Ndidi is a phenomenal defensive player. I mean, he's got defensive midfielder written on his chest, but I don't think we'll be getting him. But let's see how the transfer window shapes up. And that will be the end of our show today. Thank you for watching this video. If you've liked this video, please hit the like button on the video. Also, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. That way you can see more videos that we put out daily, weekly, whenever it is that our new video comes out. You
you can know. Also, if you hit the subscribe button, there's another request. Don't forget to hit the bell button by the side. That way you can be notified when we have new video content out there. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and thank you for watching the United Outpost. Have a great day, guys. Bye.